good morning to you. Jesus is Lord. The Word works. Mark chapter 4, we're studying the sower sows the word. Again, you are the sower. Your heart is the soil that you sow the incorruptible seed of the Word of God into. And then after you do that, you're going to get a harvest of what you've been planting. You need healing, and I know people that do, because I have had some situations in my own life where Satan tried to come steal my health and I needed healing. I didn't go read the 23rd Psalm. I didn't read, John 3:16. I went to the Word, specifically looked up all of the scriptures concerning healing for my body, and planted that seed of the Word of God, and I got healing as a result of what I planted. Just like you plant watermelon seeds, you're going to get watermelon. You plant corn, you're going to get corn. In fact, I had somebody in the church, this has been years ago, the doctors gave him a bad report about his heart, that he had a heart condition, and he didn't know what to do about it. And so his wife talked to my wife, and between the two of them, they wrote out about a page and a half, close to 2 pages of scriptures that has to do with your heart and has to do with, your heart not failing and things like that. Well, he began to meditate on those scriptures 30 minutes the first day, an hour the next day, kept planting that seed of the Word of God. I mean, and the doctors told him he couldn't live 2 years, whether he had open heart surgery or not, because his heart was so badly damaged, that it didn't mean there wasn't nothing they could do. Well, 20 years later, he's still going to the doctor, and the doctor says, you are an amazing man. I mean, it's absolutely amazing that you've been here over 4 or 5 years, and he was still feeling fine. And, because the Word was bigger than the problem. Let me say that again. Because the Word was bigger than the problem, and he took the medicine of the Word of God every day, because medicine is medicine to your flesh. He took the Word of God every day and planted that seed, medicine. He took his pill every day, gospel. He took that thing every day and planted that seed every day. Well, it got to the place where his heart was fixed. He was trusting in the Lord, and his heart just did great for the next 20 years. In fact, they, after about, I believe it was 18 years, they got to looking around. They said, you had all these clogged up arteries. There's no way you can be alive. I mean, it's just impossible. Well, they did some more testing, x-rays, whatever they do, and they found out that his heart had actually built a whole bunch of little arteries around the blockages. I mean, God performed a heart surgery. I mean, God caused that heart, man, them little arteries just went all over the place, and the doctor said, this is one of the most amazing things we've ever seen, because he planted the seed of the Word of God, and he didn't listen to what they said. Now watch, let me read this to you. This is the way the kingdom operates, as if a man should cast seed in the ground night and day. And watch, it says here, for the earth bringeth forth fruit of herself. Now see, you plant the seed, something's going to happen. It's going to grow. First the blade, then the ear. After that, the full corn in the ear. Now watch. But when the fruit is brought forth, immediately he putteth in the sickle, because the harvest is come. Now, I don't want to say this, because don't take it negatively, take it positively. You start planting the seed of the Word of God, you can't go out and harvest it in the morning. Now, if you got to have a miracle today, plant the seed for miracles. I mean, you can have a miracle. I'm not saying that you can't, but what I'm saying is, Jesus said, this is the way the kingdom operates. You plant seed. Then the earth brings forth fruit of herself. First the blade. You plant seeds, you get a little stuff coming up out of the ground. I like beans, and you plant beans, you get a little bean, butter bean comes up out of the ground, little 2 things comes up. Well, you can't eat that. And so you got to wait for it to grow. And after a while, it's growing, and after it grows and starts putting out the corn in the ears, what Jesus called it, or the full fruit, you got to wait till the harvest is ready and then harvest it. Now, somebody says, well, I don't want to wait, man, I need a miracle today. Plant the seed for miracles today. But now watch this. I want you to get this. Don't get upset because you don't have the harvest. You're harvesting what you've been planting, and you hadn't been planting enough of the seed of the Word of God. Now, get it. Get this. What you should be doing is planting seed every day so that you can harvest every day. See, some people have planted seed of the Word of God. They pulled off a miracle. I mean, they went to the Word. Doctor said they couldn't be well, and they kept planting it until they pulled off a miracle. But then they tried to live off of the seed that they planted for the miracle. No, plant seeds of healing every day so that you can be planting and harvesting and receiving and planting and harvesting and receiving every day of your life. That's just the way it is, saints. So what you got to do is realize, I got to plant the seed. I got to plant it every day. If I'm going to have a harvest every day, I got to plant it every day. Don't think, well, I'm going to take, while Pat and I did that, we were walking in abundance. We were walking in divine health. We were walking in a wonderful marriage. And then we got to living off of the seed that we planted back there in those kind of dry areas. And we just quit planting seed. And we found out after a while, after several years, we were no longer walking in health. I was having difficulties. She was having difficulties. We were no longer walking in prosperity. We couldn't pay our bills because you can't live off of one harvest for the rest of your life. So we went back to planting the seed daily of the Word of God, and we began to walk in it again. Hey, gotta go. Principle. This is the way the kingdom operates. As if a man plants seed, you're the man. The seed is the incorruptible seed of the Word of God in the soil of your heart, so that you can walk in divine health, divine prosperity, divine blessings all the days of your life, saints. Have a great day. You're about ready to harvest. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.